Okay, but I said the Hesek of Mincha was short enough that there's no Hesek Hadas for the Sikkim and the Beracha and Tzitzis.
We learned today, as Hashem, first of all, Tzitzis has a uniqueness that it's each beged is a new mitzvah. It's unlike Shaifa that if you change a Shaifa, you don't make another bracha. It's unlike a new Sefer Torah that doesn't require a bracha. It's unlike the Sukkah that you could go from Sukkah to Sukkah with Das without a new bracha. It's not like new money of Pidyon Aben, or it's not even like Mezuzah. If you exchange a kasher for another kasher where there's no bracha said, according to the Marshag, but beged, tzitzis, whether it's cotton or gadol, is a mitzvah on each beged. So basically, if a new chiyuv, new beged, new chiyuv, new bracha, because it's different than all those other mitzvahs, that basically it's just a different way of being mekayim the mitzvah. The only thing that terminates a bracha in Hilchas tzitzis would be a shinui makayim, because a shinui makayim by a bracha will not work, by shinui makayim of a food, shinui makayim sarach levarech. Beged of tzitzis, there's no shinui makayim because you're usually continuing to wear it. The only point that requires a new bracha is when there's a definite hesech hadas or a very long time passage. Then you can't connect the bracha to the new mitzvah because it's actually a new mitzvah. But basically, shinui makayim by talis does not require a new bracha unless it's a hesech hadas. So to apply that more specifically, the Erev Yom Kippur, we make a new bracha on the talis gadol for Kol Nidre because the bracha in the morning was many hours earlier, and even though you're wearing a talis cotton the whole time, that doesn't connect it to levishas. Tzitzis, that are found to be pasul, and you put on another beged, is a new bracha. New beged, new mitzvah, new bracha. A person got it dirty, so it's not really pasul, but he wants to change the talis cotton, that also requires a new bracha. It's lav dafka pasul, it's changing. If a person could somehow fix the same pasul at tzitzis, a new bracha is required, because Lamais is a new Ma'isa mitzvah, but of course take it off as you fix it. A person got the psul before the Lavisha somehow, then you could fix it and then make the Lavisha. If someone swapped talisas with you, so it's not pashit what to do, to wear his without rishus, to make a bracha on his without rishus is a problem. Probably best to be to find a talis shel kahal, make a bracha on that and wear that. If you picked up the wrong talis by mistake, and you made a bracha on someone else's, and then you don't know what to do, then probably put it on just to be chal the mitzvah, and then find the talis shel kahal, and then you avoid all shilas. The best eitzah in all cases is a talis shel kahal that requires a new bracha, and even if it's a privately owned shul, we could assume that the beged, the tzitzis, is oimid for anybody who wants it, anybody who needs it. The Rosh Chodesh, someone took off his talis thinking there's no musaf, he made a mistake, that's a hesech hadas b'tois, like most poskim, a new bracha is not required. The minig is that when it falls off even entirely, talis cotton falls off, talis gadol falls even entirely during davening, we don't make a new bracha because you knew that you're going to wear it for the end of davening. Surely if you dropped it after the bracha before the mitzvah, then of course no new bracha is required. It's hard to say all agree, but Shlomo Zalman seems to learn that time itself, 3 hours be'erach is enough of a hesech hadas, unless you had das even beyond that, but 3 hours is fair to say that would be considered a new chiyuv bracha because it's a new levisha. A break in a Shabbos or Yom Kippur in davening, let's say people, they learn, then they have musaf. So again, since you know you're going to daven, that's not considered enough of a hesech hadas, and a bracha is not required. As opposed to, a person finished davening Shabbos morning, went to a Suda, and ate 3 hours Suda by a Simcha, and now wants to put on talis gadol to walk it home, then a bracha is required because the davening is over. This is a new Ma'isa Levisha with a new bracha. After swimming or merchatz today, we don't make a new bracha unless it's 3 hours or more. Hatzal member depends on the attitude when he goes to the call. Is he going indefinitely or is he coming back soon? A new bracha, whenever a new bracha is said, a new atifa should be made because that gives more meaning to the bracha. It should be a bracha l'chal hadayis. A person that sleeps by day should sleep with tzitzis. If for some reason he can't, at least cover himself with the beged, talis cotton, so that connects him physically to the mitzvah. If not, you have a suffik bracha, and certainly after a few hours you can make another bracha. Sleeping at night, all agree, is like Beracha Satara, new bracha is required. Sleeping with tzitzis, so you can't make a bracha in the morning, so either have another pair, make a bracha, or rely on the talis gadol for that. Shlaf tzitzis, there's no bracha on them, of course, and there's no kiyum mitzvah if it's miyuchad l'layla. So when you put on the regular tzitzis the next morning, you can make a bracha l'chatchila, because the shlaf tzitzis was a good hefsek in between the 2 different days. A new beged that you borrow from someone, try to do it amanas lahachzer. He should spell out, he's giving it to you, matana gemura, amanas lahachzer. There's no concern of she'ula, b'di'evet, you can rely on the shittas that it's automatic. A person that switches his Shabbos to Shabbos tzitzis or his sports tzitzis, so a new bracha is required because there was so many hours from the bracha till this levisha. If he goes back to his regular tzitzis after his sports, then that's no new bracha on the old tzitzis because the 2 is really the same. A married person typically makes a bracha on talis gadol, and that part is talis katan, even if it's many hours later that he making talis gadol, because the bracha goes backwards, and it's also oivlas yasim for ahead. I should forget to mention, when someone makes a bracha on talis gadol every morning, the chatchil should have in mind to pater the talis katan. Some added to the nusach of hinin nemuchan to include the talis katan. The Buchach says he made a moismaidah once in his lifetime that it's always going on talis katan, and some say it's automatic. We had an issue where on Tisha B'Av we first put on talis in the afternoon, so it's kedai at least leil Tisha B'Av to sleep with tzitzis, so you avoid the problem of losing the bracha. Some Hasidim never make a bracha on even a bracha on talis katan because of the various sveikis regarding talis katan. He spoke out after the bracha before the Levisha's talis gadol, but it went on the talis katan, so that salvaged the bracha. I forgot to mention, if a person has a suffix, doesn't make a bracha on tzitzis, the eighth is to take a Shabbos beged or a Shabbos talis, make a bracha on that, because that zichah there was no das for, and then you get that pata the suffix. When a person is going to delay making a bracha on the talis katan, he's going to the mikveh, or his hands are not clean, so put it on the shem mitzvah, and when your hands are clean, you mashmish and make the bracha when you come out of the mikveh or when you are ready to make the bracha after the guf is naki. And we had a starchi and why someone that's wearing a talis gadol an hour plus in the morning, shouldn't he have a mitzvah? Pater the talis katan, make a lasate batzitzis on the talis gadol and talis katan. How are you?